What's up everyone? So in the last video we talked about how the system, aka our demonic controllers, want to keep us trapped. By the way, with demonic I mean people or energies that function on low vibrations. And so to give an example of a low vibration is fear, anger, hatred, and so on. And so today I want to share how you can untrap yourself from all illusions and so basically save your soul and mind from what isn't healthy for you. And so our creators gave us a tool in our brains, or you could also call it a gate, that leads to inner realities and spaces of higher consciousness. First of all, if you wouldn't know what consciousness is, simply said, is just a state of awareness you are in. To give an example, when you wake up and you're not conscious about it, you would say something like, yes, I woke up for another day and nothing more. But if you would be aware of what you really experience, you would say something like, damn, my body had the strength again to do all the work within to wake me up for another day, because you don't just sleep and you don't just wake up, because during the sleep period, your body works to repair muscles, organs, cells, and chemicals that strengthen your immune system. So it's a big ass process that is happening. And so if you're conscious, aka aware, you realize how precious waking up is, because if one thing would go wrong in your body, you would not be able to wake up. And so with our third eye, your awareness of everything becomes way stronger. You will also have more significant and vivid dreams. You'll see everything for how it really is, including yourself. And so we can also call the third eye the pineal gland, or the first eye, because our brains were manifested before our eyes could see. And so the information that we get into our brains creates the visual spectrum. And so if you would know or not know, we can only see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. And so the reality we perceive as reality is not the real reality, because the reality we live in is just a collective dream. Because the definition of reality is the totality of the unknown and the known of the universe. So when you sleep dream, that's also a form of reality. So you could say a dream that we dream together is the reality. But I'll make another video for that. So when your third eye is closed off, you are actively living in the totality of the known. So the experiences you are used to experience, habits that you know how to practice. But if your third eye opens, you will start to experience the totality of the unknown plus what you already know, the known. So if you come at this point, you're experiencing the real reality of us human beings, because like I said, reality is not the totality of the known or the totality of the unknown. It's the known and the unknown colliding together and working together as one. And so when your third eye opens, you'll be able to go to other dimensions. If you wouldn't know what a dimension is, it's a particular state of awareness. So it's not a physical place. For example, the one we actively live in is the third dimension, where everything is based on duality. So black, white, good, bad, dark, light, etc. Meanwhile, in the fifth dimension, everything is based on love and understanding, seeing everything as a miracle. And so the perfect term for this state of mind is purity. And so with that being said, let's get back to the third eye. So in our brains we have a thing called the pineal gland. First of all, if you would wonder why it's called the pineal gland, is because it's named for its pinecone shape. And so it's a small gland located deep in the center of the brain, and so situated between our eyes and forehead. Like I said, it's rather small but can do very big things. Like in ancient times, they saw the pineal gland as something holy, something that could give insights, enlightenment, that could help your evolution as human, aka finding your higher self, aka your best self. The reason not many people know about the third eye these days is because the system that we're currently living in is against spirituality. And with spirituality, I mean consciousness, aka being aware of your abilities and flaws. Because if everyone would develop themselves properly and become aware of its full potential, the governments wouldn't have any power. Also because when you open your third eye and you balance it out, you fear nothing, because you face the most scary, your darkest self. And so entities that control us, and with entities I mean low vibration beings who live off fear and ego, don't want that, because they want you to fear them. Because when someone is feared, they're more likely to follow and obey, and that's just what they want. But haha, jokes on them, because high vibrations are more powerful and can be stopped from spreading. Also, this is the reason why a lot of people, aka witches, by the way, witches are people who are able to manipulate energy for positive things such as manifesting. But so they were killed and burned to death because they were aligned with their third eye chakra. And so they got killed because they saw the truths, illusions that they were put in, and they didn't accept that. Because greed, ego, and power only bring sadness, fear, and anger, and people who are spiritually aligned with themselves don't fuck with that shit. And so what can the third eye do? It gives you psychic powers, It lets you see more than 1% of the visual spectrum. It makes you get in touch with your universal self, and with that I mean the best version of yourself, the most productive version of you. Like I said before, it also makes you able to go visit other dimensions. It makes you possible to talk with ancestors. It makes it possible to visit your past lives. Literally, it can do everything. You just need to believe in it. And so when I say believe like hard believing, because this will not work. Any of these things will not work if you don't believe in them. Like the third eye can't function with doubts or fears. That's something from the 3D. That's why if you're working with your third eye, it's very important to meditate, because like this you release all fears, all doubts, all negative feelings that don't belong in your body. Because if you don't, you're most likely to not understand the state of awareness, and you'll most likely fall into a depression or just in a state that you don't understand how to work with. And so, very important, muy importante, don't pressure yourself to open your third eye. This process needs to happen naturally, because if you pressure yourself for no matter what case, you're most likely in a stressful, not calm state of mind. And the calm state of mind is necessary for the third eye to function in a balanced, peaceful way. And so if it opens and you're not in the red headspace, it will bring you down, softly said. And so because of it, you will feel triggers more deeply. You'll just become more lost because you don't know how to work with the state of mind. Meanwhile, if you started meditating and meditate on a consistent base, all the answers will pop into your head, and that's one of the real functions of the third eye. And so if you want to open it, just think for yourself if you have dealt with the 3D world enough to be able to go to another world. And if not, just release those things first and then start to meditate daily for like 50 minutes. So you can do like 5 in the morning, 5 in the noon, 5 in the evening, or just 15 minutes, one line. Because only if you do it on a consistent base, you will see the benefits from meditation. So we have thousands and thousands of kinds of meditation, but right now I'm talking about mindfulness meditation. So this meditation focuses on calming the brain, and also concentrating the brain. And so this is necessary for a well-functioning third eye, because the third eye stands for insights and so are psychic abilities. But if you're unable to focus on one particular thought or vision, everything will just become blurred and so unclear. Meanwhile, if you're able to concentrate because of the meditations you did, the visions, answers will come true easily. So meditating, not using fluoride-based products, and eating healthy will help you balance and open your third eye chakra more. And so to finish this, I want to say again, witches are not as bad and as evil as society portrays them. It's just because they spread the truth and they spread reality, the real reality, and society, the governments doesn't want us to see that. So that's why they killed those people. And it's so motherfucking awful, because those people really just wanted to create a better world for everyone. And I'm not saying all witches were good, but on this world, on this globe, you have good and bad in everything. And so if someone is trying to portray something as totally bad, that means that they are totally bad. So again, fuck the system, fuck governments. I'm a motherfucking witch, bitch. Hey, so this was it for today's podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you for listening. Love, shalom, peace. By the way, if you want to hear a particular subject, put it in the comment section and I'll check it out.